Good morning, Spartans, and welcome to Friday, end of the week. Hope everybody had a good week so far. We have. Yesterday was not the best day in the world, but still, it was a good, decent day. So can't complain. Um, just taking first look here at the market. Of course, I have not looked at anything yet. Oh, excuse me. If you know me, I'm not the one that sits up all night and tries to figure out what the market's going to do the next morning or next week or whatever. I could care less as long as we get the good movement. I don't try. Ooh, all-time high there on the spot. Nice. Very cool. Um, I don't. I'm not a pre-planner. I don't try to figure out what the market's going to do. I don't try to guesstimate what it's going to do. I don't try to um, read into the future. I don't try none of that crap. I try to stay away from market news and everything else like that as much as possible. Honestly, there's no reason to. I let the the market dictate what it's going to do, and then I play around that. So I don't try to dictate the market. So anyway, with that being said, I'm just now looking at everything. All right, cool. Just like I said, just want to look at a couple things this morning. Um, I am going to jump into the private group, get those guys set up with um, the morning post. Then we will come back. We'll fix our SPY chart, fix our IWM, get things ready, set up for the day, and get the day rolling. And then, like I say every morning, if you have any questions or anything you want me to take a look at, or anything that I can help with, especially this morning, post up in chat. That way we can get those addressed as soon as I get back. Gosh, man, am I the only one around here that has horrible allergies? Oh, all right. So I'm gonna jump in the private group, do that. Like I said, you got any questions, comments, or whatever, post up there in chat, and we'll get that taken care of. get that posted. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so morning stuff is posted. Private group. Coffee is in hand. We got 13 minutes till bell. 12 minutes till bell. Let's jump in, fix some charting real quick. We've got IWM and SPY we're going to take a look at. First, let's take a look at SPY. This pre-market opening range line, we can kill that off. This we can kill. This we can kill. This we can kill. All-time high. We had a spike in the opening of pre-market this morning, market-wide. That is going to be a new all-time high here on SPY. Also, it's going to be our pre-market high. So we need to fix that. So 647.02. Give it to me. That's fine. So 2 lines. All-time high, pre-market high. What do we do with it? We make it a dotted line. And then we're going to come in here and pre-market high Friday. We are going to just denote why we have it as a dotted line. Bam. So now we have it. So we know, especially on Monday, we look back, hey, what the heck? We know. We left this one. This one is going to be our pre-market high from Thursday. We keep it because that was our highest opening indicator. And we're going to watch it now to the downside. And as you can see, this moving support resistance is running right into it. So it's going to gain some more strength here. So this is going to go to orange. And then we're going to denote what it is. So this was pre-market high on Thursday. Okay. So that's set. That's set. So the only thing we need to do now is pre-market low. Pre-market low is going to be right here off these guys. So we're going to come in, we're going to grab our line tool, and we're going to set it right there. And this is going to be our pre-market low. So that's pretty much it. And then we'll set up our opening range once we get there. So this one is going to be IWM. So these two we can kill. This one we can kill. This one we can kill. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. This one we're going to change to our orange. And it's going to be opening range high Thursday. And 229.32. What's this one? Yep, opening range. High. I mean pre-market high, excuse me. Next is going to be, and this one, pre-market low. Friday, let's get some. What's up, buddy? How are you? Sorry, I was kind of zoning in here on the charts real quick. Hopefully you've had a good week. So yes, pre-market low, pre-market high. So we are set there. Anything else we need to look at? I don't think we had any more highs we need to address. I know we've been looking at Palantir. We'll pull it up real quick. We got a few minutes ready to go. Yes, sir. We are ready to rock. Palantir still dropping back. Kind of figured. Apple did good, but we don't need to adjust anything. What is all-time high on Apple? $259.18. Huh. Oh man. Sideways. Just scrolling through. Like I said earlier, I don't check the market before I jump on with you guys. So that's kind of what I'm doing now, is just scrolling through, looking at a few things, just kind of gauging what the market wants, where it wants to go, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. But did it recover? That could push. All right. Less than 5 minutes now, guys. All right. Walmart with a big drop there. Starting to see some movement coming into Bell. One thing I was talking about in the private group is time. Just because the market popped, just because we've seen some movement, doesn't mean it's going to continue. Don't try to read into these big movements. See Walmart quickly rebounded. And Apple trying to take off, and we're not even open yet. Try not to think about these big movements and stuff pre-market. Pre-market pre-market is kind of like two different sides of a store. You've got or business. You got first shift, second shift. They're there. They're doing the same purpose, but they do it completely different ways. So you've got to make sure what this shift is wanting to do and make it happen. Let the chart tell you what it wants to do. Don't try to say, "Oh, we had a great push in pre-market. We're going to push today." No. Give it some time and wait to see what the market wants to tell you to do. So today's going to be a good example of that. 30 seconds here. Make sure you check your account. See what you cannot get into. And let's have a great day, guys. It's Friday. Have some fun. Make some money. And let's close this week off strong. So get ready. Like I said, make sure you check your accounts and let's get it. And we are live, guys. SPY dropping. Some movement there on Apple, of course, was expecting that. Chips dropping, Google dropping, PayPal pushing. This right here is odd. You've got a red, well, you had a red candle on Tesla and a green on TSLL. That's uncommon. And then we've got a semi drop here on IWM. What's up, Austin? How are you, sir? Sorry I didn't see you coming in. Welcome to Friday, man. Got about 19 things going on here, so one thing I don't have is a trade. We are just kind of letting it do its thing here. Chip still want more to the downside, I think. But once again, thinking that has no room in trading. Somebody told me once, and it really rang true, is that trading sorry, talking to a member there on Facebook. He's wanting to join. Or a potential member, sorry. He was wanting information on how to get in the group. Anyway, talking to a guy once, and he was saying, holy crap, I just lost my whole train of thought. What was I saying? Come on, guys, help me out. I was talking about something. I really can't remember. Holy cow. I was in the middle of telling you guys something, and it was going to be cool. Dang it. Oh, well. Now I remember. Yes. Was talking about thinking and thoughts. Thinking or trading. Everybody thinks it's tough. You've got to learn this, learn that. I mean, it's very true, but trading is only, I would say, 20-30% technical to be profitable. What does that mean, Jason? I have no clue. So what that means is learning these lines, learning how to support resistance, the indicators, movement, all that trading crap is only about 20-30% of what makes you a successful trader. The other 70-80% is all mental. It's you, the trader. It's, oh my God, Nvidia's dropping. Let me buy in. No, you can't do that. You got to hone your mind around a trader's mindset. You can't be in a trade and it starts dropping back, and just because you're down $5, you can't sell. Flip that around. You can't be in a Tesla trade and you're up $20 and think, oh man, this thing's going to the moon. I'm going to hold it and get rich. No, you can't do that. So trading is 70-80% a mental game. and I tell this all the time to the private group, is you've got to really separate the two. I can teach you all the fundamentals. I can teach you everything you need to know about trading. I can teach you about all this stuff. I can teach you how to read charts, set up charts, whatever. But I can't teach emotions. I can't teach greed. That is all up to you. If you guys are new here and first time watching us on stream, make sure you give us a subscription, a subscribe there on YouTube, and give us a thumbs up. And if you're on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow button. All of them are free. All of them go a long way to help us out, to grow the channel, things like that. Allows you to know when we go live, when we post new stuff on YouTube, which we definitely are in the process of making more content there. But yeah, if you don't mind, just like, follow, all that jazz. Like I said, really helps us out. We've only been streaming a little over a month. Private group, we've been doing it for years. Everybody's always wanted me to do live trading. Finally in a position where I can. I said, you know what, guys, if you want me to, I will. So hey, that's what we're doing now, and seems to be working pretty good. I like it, getting some positive feedback from it. Definitely makes the trading day go by a little bit quicker. But you guys are more than welcome to follow along, hang out with us every day. We've had some members gift subscriptions on Twitch, which is really cool. Need to get those set up. I need to get the bits and the emotes and all that cool stuff set up on Twitch. That way, we can make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more interactive. I tell people that I'm not a streamer. I've never streamed before. So this is all a learning ordeal for me as well. So if you guys are streamers, feel free to post up in chat. I like to network. I like to support other people, especially those that support us. So if you're a streamer, I don't mind. Post up. And if you are, and you got some tips, tricks, or things that you could be like, hey Jason, you need to do this. Let me know. We'll do it. I'm all about community. I'm all about helping people. I'm all about personal growth and community growth. So if we can work together, there's way too much hate in this world. NVIDIA and AMD both looking like they want more to the downside. I struggling as well, but we've talked about this peach line a lot. It looks like everywhere has a lot of room for consolidation. Google, Apple, not so much, but if you look at the distance here, 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 all definitely has room for consolidation. Sorry guys, I was private grouping some stuff. And we just PT'd on a trade. That was quick. That was my buddy Nicolaius in the group. This was his trade. And definitely a good trade. Let me get that posted for you guys. He's still alerting. And sorry, things are happening fast. Trying to keep up. Give me 1 second. And we just PT'd on a second trade. Wow, 2 trades, 16 minutes in. All right. First one. This one, Tesla. This was Nicholas's trade. Tesla 330p. We alerted this one. He alerted it at 82. PT on this one was 98 for 20%. As you can see, that one is well over PT now. And then we had this one on wrong screen. This one on IWM. $227p. This one was alerted 0.48. PT on this one 0.58 for 20%. So good morning so far. And 145 on this one. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Both of those happened really quickly, so we were trying to alert them and update the group and manage everything as quickly as I could. So. And these are still trying to push, so I'm just trying to keep the group updated on levels here. All right. I know I spoke a few times about it this morning. Give it some time, let the market runs. But when you get these, you get these breaks under levels here, good momentum. The market's moving in a direction when everything's lining up. Then this time here beside my face, my ugly face, kind of goes out the window. I mean, if something's moving, kind of got to act. I usually like to try to wait at least the first 30 minutes, but when you get these big drops, these big movements, it's really hard not to buy one or two contracts and really take advantage. Looks like IWM is trying to pop. Walmart, SPY, Apple, PayPal, So I know we had those two alerts. This one's now dropping back. As you can see, we're getting a push. Um, it ate up its consolidation. SPY, Nvidia, Tesla, both has considerable room for consolidation. So I know these happened really quick. Um, oh yeah, we're just mores on a shark. We're trying for the top or bottom. That's for the sharks. We just got in for the ride with them. Yeah, exactly. That's. I mean, if it's going, go with it. You know, don't go big. Treat it as a lotto, and and just jump in for the ride. Um, but one thing I wanted to say is they happen quick. I know we posted here once we hit our PT, our price target. And then we start scaling out. But this information and when we enter, all that is there goes Tesla again. All that is when all that is for the private group. Sorry guys, I got tongue tied up. We had another alert come through, and I was trying to read it and talk at the same time. Um, just like that alert. So you see when we buy, what we buy, and at what price. That's part of the private group. So those guys pay for that information. We share that information with you, but that's after we hit our price target. Sorry, some might like that, some might not. But if you were in the private group and you're in there busting your butt with us every day, making money, and then we're out here giving it away for free, you would probably get upset too. So we give that to those guys, and then once we hit our PT, I'll post it up here, and that way you can watch runners with us, like this one here on Tesla, which is trying to die off a little bit. But if you want the alerts, want them in real time, that private group's where it's at. We offer a 7-day free trial on everything. That way you can see if it's for you or if it's not. If it's not, you cancel. We remove you. No harm, no foul. No contracts, no obligations. None of that crap. Tesla's starting to push back. Nvidia, SPY. That's that room for consolidation, guys. Got to be vigilant of that. So SPY is back to our pre-market low, and this peach line's coming down. So watch this area. NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, TSL, of course, all soaked up that consolidation. These are all going to be in a key area right now as well. Key in as, hey, I'm not playing this right now, but we need to watch for a reversal or rejection, or are we going to break over? What are you wanting to do right now? Kind of state. This is kind of make or break it for our movement. Okay. So we just talked about that key area. Let's look back at what we just talked about. AMD still fighting that key area. NVIDIA looks like it held, wanting to push down. Tesla, same thing. We held, push down. SPY held, push down. Now this peach line is coming through that purple. Ideally, we want to look for a retest here, and that could mean if we hold that SPY wants to see more to the downside. So NVIDIA, AMD, both looking to break over that area. SPY held it once again, never got the confirmation, and Tesla looking to break. So still, even though those key areas that we were watching look like they may or may not hold, may or may not go the direction we wanted it to, doesn't mean, oh, there's a little bit of red here, it's going to hold, let's grab puts. No, not at all. We need a clean break from these areas. Starting to see one here on AMD. Was talking in the private group about some of these. If AMD breaks, we've got this red line it's testing now. We've got this line, these two lines. We've got a lot we've got to deal with. And on top of that, it's Friday. Expiration days today, unless you buy next week's contracts. If we start getting some sideways action, Theta's just going to eat you alive today. So. And there's that break. Once again, if you guys are playing something, see something that we don't, we're trying to build a community. So if you see something that we need to take a look at, feel free to post up there in chat. We'll take a look at it, see what's going on, and kind of go from there. We can't see everything, so. Hey, what's up, Leaf? We are having a good morning so far. Profitable morning. So, are you going to stream this afternoon? All right. Sorry about that, guys. Not a whole lot. Walmart's trying to drop back. It's following its peach line pretty well. Tesla looks like it could want more to the downside. This IWM is doing pretty well. We had some sideways chop, but getting some more to the downside. If you're in this one, please make sure you're managing that position. If we break new low a day here, 332.14, we could definitely see more to the downside on Tesla. we had some profit takers or buyers stepping in here off that original low, but now they're trying to settle back in. NVIDIA testing that VWAP here. If we break it, we have some room to the upside, definitely. Google pushing pretty good. Also, if you're in this IWM, we're coming into, not coming into, but getting close to resistance or support at 225.86. We hit 226.31, so 225.86, we could see a bounce. That's kind of what we're seeing here. We want it to stay under this peach line. But remember, these support resistance are not hard drawn in the line levels. You got to remember, support and resistance is more of a zone or an area. So we're coming into that area, and buyers are trying to step in and come back up. So NVIDIA is trying to break from that VWAP we were just looking at. And AMD is struggling a little bit, kind of from that same area. Getting some sideways action. Walmart to the downside is looking good though, and Google to the upside. Scroll through a few other things and just kind of check out the market. So this one from yesterday, doing well. Actually, it was a swing. There we go. We're about to break 9 on that one. the area there on PayPal. If you guys are new here, please make sure you give us a follow there on Twitch. Could really help us out. It's free. Why not? Just reach over there, click that follow button. We're almost to 30 followers, so one more and we hit our goal. We've only been streaming a few weeks, a little over a month. Just trying to grow the channel and everything else. So it'd be a huge help. And like I said earlier, if you guys stream too or whatever, feel free to post up and chat. I like that networking aspect of Twitch and our followers and our members. You know, if you're one of my friends and whatever you have a business, I'm going to do everything I can to support you and help you out. So like you own a tree company and I need a tree removed, or car company, whatever, you know. It's about networking in life and helping each other out. So if I can help you, please feel free to let me know. Post up in chat, and let's help. Get a buddy, and I doubt he's listening, so I'm gonna pick on him for a minute. That I've known for a long time. Great trader. Joined the group today, and he owns a dog washing business. He had a great job. I'm not gonna say where. One that I think would be super cool, but him and his fiance or wife now, because he didn't tell me about them getting married, started a dog grooming business out of their house, and it's grown, and now they've got mobile buses, and they're killing it. They're up in Michigan, so if I'm ever up in Michigan, and yeah, 1000%, I agree. Like Chris has been a supporter of mine for years, but it's about helping out. Um, if if I can do something to help you in your business or something, I'm going to. Like I said earlier, this world's just full of hate, and I hate the hate. Oh man, on the edge. Eesh. Fridays are annoying sometimes. Big turnaround there on AMD. Spy dropping two. Look, our peach line that we were watching back here has finally now broke through that pre-market. Dang, we got busy and nobody reminded me to do opening range. A good way to put it. Life is too long to hate. I agree, Austin. 100%, man. And I don't mean to get on that rant, but I just don't understand it. I don't know. Why is that? I don't. I don't get it. I don't get all the hate in the world. This whole week kind of has been this morning. Yeah, it does. I don't understand why people just can't be supportive of each other. I was riding down the road last night. It was kind of late. It was, I don't know, close to midnight. And there's this new little restaurant. Never been there. Um, they had been closed. Didn't see a car in the parking lot, but I seen a guy go in the front door with a backpack. I kind of know. Chris just said stress causes more health issues than anything else. I agree 1,000%. Stress will kill you quicker than just about anything. I was riding down the road, and I don't know the owner of this restaurant. I've never ate there. I've always wanted to, but I'm not trying to get into why. But I actually, real quick, this is also going to be our opening range, so we're going to edit this. And then I'm gonna get back to my story. Uh, Opening range high on Friday. Um, how did that turn green? All right, I was riding down the road, 12 o'clock roughly, and stopped at a red light, and nobody in the parking lot. Right, no cars, nothing. Look over the restaurant; it's completely black. Of course, they're closed. They probably closed 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. So we're 2 hours after close, and I notice a guy walking in, backpack on, but he wasn't dressed kind of whatever. So I mean, I got a good visual of him just in case. I seen it on the news, but figured he was just the owner going in working. I work all hours, so it's not uncommon for me to do something like that. And then it dawned on me. I mean, why in today's society do we have to lock doors and be worried about other people? There's just so much hate in this world and stress because of stupid stuff like that. I mean, if you want or need money, go work for it. Why do you have to take other people's hard earned income? Why do we have to lock doors and stuff like that? Thanks, thanks, buddy. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you know me. I drive a Jeep. A lot of times I don't even lock the doors. Should I? Yeah, but I mean, it's like why? Why do you have to lock everything? We where we live, we're kind of out of the country. It takes me about 20 minutes to get into the city, where I'm at now. And this morning, 8 o'clock, 8:03, no cars in the driveway. Long driveway. We got a garage up there. We, of course, everything else have cameras and all that stuff. And 8 o'clock this morning, there's a guy ringing in the doorbell. Why? No car in the driveway. I didn't see where he came from. The camera didn't pick him up. But carrying a bag, an older gentleman. I mean, why? Just leave shit alone. Let people live their lives, man. So sorry about that. Kind of got on that rant, but if there's something we can do to support you, you have a business, you have a Twitch or YouTube, let us know, man. I'll follow it. I don't care. If it helps you, it helps me. It helps everybody. Kind of where I was going with that. Hey, Chris, I'm just reading what you sent me. Holy crap! I have never heard about that. So yeah, I mean that goes back to what you're talking about with the stress causing more health issues than anything else. Wow. Gotta love Friday. So speaking of, just came across it recently, but explains why some habits kill some people and others don't. I need to. I want to look into that. I want to research that a little bit and see to read about it. I think that would be quite interesting. I hey, I'm gonna share that with the group. So Chris sent me something. He put in a prompt on Chat GPT that says, "Was there a study done in Ohio State University where rabbits were fed high cholesterol foods, but a control group of rabbits that were treated with care by the caretaker and who were put or petted and shown love did not actually get high cholesterol like the other group?" So basically, one group they were fed the same diet of high cholesterol foods. One was kind of left alone, one group, and the other group was petted, shown love, and stuff like that. Basically, this ChatGPT said yes, the study did happen. Um, and it was a well-documented case in the field of psychoneuroimmunology. I know I screwed that one up. So basically, in the 1970s, at Ohio State University, um, Ohio University, excuse me, not Ohio State. Huh. Anyway, Dr. Robert Neerum led a study where rabbits were fed a high cholesterol diet, and it goes on and on. But basically, one they were fed the same thing, but one was left alone, ended up getting high cholesterol, and the ones that were loved on and petted and shown affection were fine. They didn't suffer from that high cholesterol. So love and support and being kind and all that goes a long way. And I think, the world would be a much better place if people just, I don't know, man. I just, sorry. I'm trying not to go on a rant, but I don't get it. I don't get the hate. That's why I don't follow a lot of politics, because a lot of politics is just mudslinging back and forth and pointing fingers, and I'm too busy. I've got too much shit to do to worry about that. I don't know. And I promise I'll stop talking about this, guys. I know we're here to talk about stocks and stuff, but I don't know if you guys follow me on my personal Facebook page and all that. If you want to, you can. If you want to shoot me a friend request, you can. I do have two. This is on my bigger one, but every morning I post. I'm a big advocate for mental health, and not going to get into that, especially here on stream. But um, um, anyway, I post on there every morning about it, and this is I'm behind today because we were so busy in the group, but this is today's post. Take it for what it's worth. But I post that every day. Not that one, but I post something like that every day. Hopefully it helps somebody. Hopefully it just, like I said, I just want it to help somebody out there. So but I'll leave it at that. We'll get back to stocks here. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, Walmart's pushing back up. We were following that line pretty good, but now we're trying to push back up. AMD and Nvidia still trying to figure out what it wants to do. IWM pushing back up. We're starting to see some choppiness in the market. Google could try to push for new highs. Chris mentioned that one was going to be at 207 and some change. If he's right. 207 even. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Market is just not doing what we needed to do. In all honesty, we had IWM, Tesla both hit PT early on. IWM went on to run over 100%. Want to check one thing real quick for open my mouth. Yep. Nicholas took a trade. We're down $2 on it, but it was a cheap trade. It was a $14 premium. Still haven't PT'd on that one. A lot of times on these super cheap ones, we don't even put a PT on it because 20%, 14, you're PTing at what, 16? So, anyway, that one is in the red. I opened a trade that's kind of didn't pan out. It was looking good until it wasn't. Everything about it I thought was decent. I thought we were going to see more to the upside. It pushed just a tad, but we did not PT on that one. And then I opened another $13 one, just same as Nicholas's, just kind of for the fun of it. Just grabbed a couple, and we're down on that. So right now, 5 trades in. And not the best day, but luckily we had that big run on IWM, and we still got some time during the day. I think that one's probably not going to pay out. This other one may or may not. So we'll see. If we end up taking a couple hits today, we still had a great day this week. How much is the premium to jump in group chat? KD, so yeah, I like how you said how much is the premium to jump in a group chat. So the here free. You can hang out here with us all day long. To get into the private group, we have 2 different subscription levels, but I'm going to preference that and say that each one we offer a 7-day free trial. So if you want in the silver or if you want in the platinum, you get a 7-day free trial to see if you like it or not. And like I said, I've said many times, no harm, no foul. You like it, great, stay, hang out. If you don't like it, cancel. We'll remove you, stay friends, hang out here on chat. No harm, no foul. There's no contracts, no obligations. You like it, you hang out. You don't, you leave. But basically, silver only gets you the alerts room. So when we alert, like this IWM, we alerted. Let me pull it back up. Where you at? There we go. So just, well, gotta get on the right screen for it to work. So like this IWM, we alerted it in the private group at 48. We alerted it here in the mid 60s because things were moving. Hey, thanks, Ops guys. I appreciate it, man. He says it's well worth it. I love it. Thank you. That means a lot, man. Really, really does. Gives me some validation to all the hard work I put into this. But the alerts or the silver will give you only the alerts. So you would have got this one, even though I can't spell right. You would have got this one at $48. You would see our entry at 48. You would have seen our profit goal at 58, and it would happen within seconds of us entering. Plus, we do our morning spiel. We do ERs. We do a bunch of different information there and things like that. Yeah, it is awesome, man. I love that, Ops. And then we offer the platinum. So the platinum will give you the alerts room. Plus, on top of that, it'll give you the chat room, the training room, and everything else that we offer. The weekly one-on-ones, the classes when we have them. Basically, on the platinum, if we can do something for you, that's what we do. You get access to everything. That one is $59.99 a month. The silver is $29.99 a month. If you're a seasoned options trader, you know what you're doing. You don't need somebody to hold your hand, or you don't really care for the chat and the community and stuff like that, then the alerts, go for it. That's what that silver package is set up for. The platinum is for guys that need the help, need the guidance, have the questions, want to take advantage of the one-on-ones, the classes, stuff like that. And not to sound mean, but needs a little hand-holding. If you're new and you have questions, nobody was born with the knowledge of how to trade options. So that platinum is where that comes into play. And it's $59.99 a month. But as you can see, one trade, I mean, you could have almost paid for 2 months of the platinum just off this one trade. So let me see. I'm really thinking of joining today. I'll go over in the weekend. Where can I find the link? Join a group. You get motivated and learn a lot from others. Yeah, kid. Here, I'll post up the link. And I'll put my email in there. I just think that, yeah, so if you have any questions, shoot me an email, or if you want to sign up, that's the link. Like I said, 7 days free. But you're right, man. Once you start paying for a group and you've kind of got that I need to pay for this kind of mentality, or I'm paying to be here mentality, then it helps drive and give you some motivation to go that next step. So definitely. Yeah, you're very welcome, man. Like I said, if you have any questions, shoot me an email or whatever. I would be more than happy to answer anything, show you anything. I'm 100% transparent. Awesome, man. Yeah, I got the email just now. Give me a few minutes, and I'll shoot you over an email. And if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, just follow the instructions there, and it'll basically tell you how to get in the group. And yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks, and welcome to the Spartans, buddy. Still not seeing a whole lot, guys. Having some pullbacks. We just, well, Nikolai's PT'd on his trade. Let's see now. Where'd it go? So he's in the money on that one. I'll post it for you guys. Just give me a sec. But other than that, I mean, we're just kind of chilling. It's a Friday, coming into 11 o'clock. Just not a whole lot going on. That movement we had seen earlier is just kind of gone for the most part. But anyway, just wanted to give you guys a quick update. So that trade that Nicholas alerted was this one. Like I said, no real PT on it, even though we're over 20%. More of like a lotto type situation. This one was on open 3.5C. He alerted it at 1.4. PT at 1.4 would have been 0.17 for 20%. Like I said, not a big runner, not a big profit maker, but 20% is 20%, guys. That all adds up. I've said it many of times over the years. If you've been following along, actually, me and Chris have talked about it here on stream. If you follow the dollar, you're going to lose. If you follow the percentage, if you focus on the percentage, then the dollars are going to come. 20% is 20%. You know, is 20% of 1,000 a lot better than 20% of 10? Yeah. But 20% is 20%. If you focus on that 20%, those daily gains are going to add up. And in the long term, you're going to make more money. If you focus on the dollar, you're being greedy. SPY looks like we're breaking through that opening range low. Remember when we were watching SPY with this purple, the peach coming through that purple? We have now down through this opening range low. If we can get through and hold this, we could definitely see more to the downside. Don't expect the money from bills and other things right away. Build that account first. Yeah, so Chris just posted. If you guys are on YouTube, you see it. If not, if you're on Twitch, Yeah. He said, don't expect the money for bills and other things right away. Build the account first, one base hit at a time. 100%, 110%. Chris speaking the truth. It's the long game. It's you can't jump in and expect to be rich overnight. You can't jump in an IWM trade like we had earlier and hit 100% every trade every time. It just doesn't work that way. If you focus on that percentage, build that account. Yeah, you got $1,000 account. You know, a small percentage is one thing, but you let that account build that small percentage over and over and over and compound, and then all of a sudden your $10,000 account making that same percentage is rolling in the money. So you gotta focus on that percentage. Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness. So we're a little after 11 now. Not a whole lot going on. Everything that was pushing has kind of settled down a little bit. Looks like we're starting to set up some downtrends on a few things. But Apple slowly to the downside. It looks like Google has lost its momentum as well. It's coming back and looks like it's wanting to test VWAP, which could be a little bit more of an area for support for it. Just watch that. I know we had talked about Google to the upside earlier. That sideways action there on IWM and Walmart, Tesla starting to try to come sideways. Those are the things that on a Friday, 0 DTE will just eat through that premium, like we had talked about. Small pop there on SPY. This red line is now trying to come through our opening range. Opening range low, which is good. We're trying to lose that peach line. We haven't totally lost it. Looks like we're breaking to the upside a little bit. But we really need to hold that level right there where that blue dot is. If not, if we break it with confirmation, we could easily push back up to this pre-market low. But as you look, since we're talking about SPY, we talked about it earlier in the week, the S&P 500. You've got to look at the big picture. You know, what's Apple, Google, Tesla, chips doing? Yeah, Nikolai just said it looks like SPY call setting up. Um, because these are starting to push, we are starting to see that. We had a volume spike here on IWM as well. So just, and volume spike there. So just, yeah, volume marking the bottom. So just be careful. Yeah, so now we're getting confirmation of this break to the upside here. Once again, this is the 2-minute chart, so be careful. Last little line of hope here on SPY. Looks like we held it a little bit. This red line doesn't carry as much weight for me as these other lines. That's why I kind of say the last little line of hope. But if we break that, then I definitely see SPY testing that pre-market low at 644.23. And in that same sense, if we're coming down, so if this red line here is a little bit of resistance, so to speak, with kind of the weight it carries, then to the downside, we've got opening range low, we've got this peach line, and this red line. Those three lines carry quite a bit more weight than that red line here to me. So, and then there you go. We hit that red line, we came back down, touched this peach, and as soon as we did, was do it pushes up through. So. Oh goodness! I can go get me another cup of coffee, guys. 11:17. Oh. There's that pop 644.23 on SPY. Told you. I told you so. Actually, it looks like we hit 644.28 on that. Remember, these are our areas or zones. But either way, we hit that 644.23 like I was mentioning. Still more sideways action. Um, um, actually, SPY trying to hold that pre-market low, 644.23. So starting to get a downturn here on the indicators. This is set up on the 1. This is set up on the 2. Now we're the opening range low. If we build some volume here, guys, we can see a drop back, but we've got to get through these lines. See what we're seeing on the 5. Yeah, big rejection there. Looks like we broke. I would like to see a candle under candle confirmation, standard C here, off of this 643.72, which is our opening range low. But once again, big picture, what's the market doing? Since we're talking S&P 500, Apple dropping, Google dropping, chips all with a red, and then we've got Tesla with a red, IWM red, Walmart red. So not sure what caused that red candle kind of market wide, but we could see a drop. So we just swapped to a put setup. Now we're going to retest it. This is back on the 1 minute. That's the 2 minute. See what it's going to do. We'll just follow this 2 and the 5 for now. If you need to, we can drop down to the 100 tick mark and see it a little closer, which it's wanting to try to push up. If we're talking about that consolidation, we have room to consolidate back to what, 643.81. So room to consolidate back. Okay, SPY, what was that? Yeah, exactly. Room to consolidate back to the 643.72. Okay, so we broke. Here's the retest. Always got to watch that retest. This is, like I said, the 2-minute and the 5-minute. Our indicators are turning down on the 2 and on the 5, but we just need to give it some time and see. So letting this play out a little for a few minutes. We broke it here. Retest, touched, it held, dropped back. Now we're retesting again. What does that equate to on the 5? We're in the second candle, and it's still green, and we're going green, red, green. So we haven't got a confirmation or a clean confirmation, but the downside is there. One positive is we got this peach coming into the blue, peach coming into the blue here. If that pushes through, it's going to give us some more momentum to the downside. Once again, S&P 500, what is the market doing? We got green, 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 green. So yeah, it is lining up. Tesla's the only red on this candle. So still wouldn't enter anything. Still looking for more to the downside, but we need that clean setup. If we keep getting this pattern coming down, I still don't think I would enter because every one of these green trades would hurt your premiums. Um, if you were in a 0 DTE on SPY coming to the downside. So just trying to help you walk through it. Throwing it out there. Still giving it some time. Looking at the retest again. Retest again. We might not get the momentum and the break to the downside. Walmart with a big pop there. Wasn't expecting that IWM as well. Like I say, guys, trading a lot of times is sit, wait, watch, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. So we did get that break back over this pink or peach line and that opening range low. So once again, these other levels come back into play, and we could see a pushback to the upside. So we never got confirmation to the downside, even though we had these bigger candles, that big candle there. So. Walmart back over 100, right at VWAP is the 100 level. So if we base here, we could see another uptrend forming on Walmart. I still got to. I don't think I posted the spreadsheet from last week. I think I showed it to you guys on stream, but I don't think I ever posted it on socials. You guys were supposed to remind me to do that. What the heck, guys? What the heck? Yep, did not. So I will try to do that here shortly. And there goes SPY again. So we held that red line. We are back under this blue, which is our opening range low. So goes right back to setting up our test that we like. We're looking for that retest now and see if we get that candle under candle confirmation. There we go. There's that pop. So now we are setting up for a downtrend here on SPY. Once again, bigger candle there. So looking for a retest. Looks like Tesla hit new low of the day. Theta really ate that Tesla, even though we hit new low of day. Last alert that we had on Tesla was 161. So let me throw that up there real quick for you guys, and explain that. Sorry, just watching this movement on SPY real quick. But I do want to touch base on that Tesla. And we just PT'd on a trade. That's kind of what I was thinking. 643p now. Bam, there we go. All right. A couple things here. This alert here. Thoughts on American Airlines. Give me 1 sec and I will check that one. I know we played that one early in the week. Post this really fast by 643p. Alerted. We alerted this one at 80. PT on it was given at 0.96 for 20%. $6.43p. Okay, so American Airlines. Let's take a look. I'll throw it up here on that. God, 124. SPY 643p now 1.24 on that push. American Airlines throwing it up on this main chart. And there we go. So we've got an August 22nd alert on that one. American Airlines, if we scale out, we had this huge push out of kind of nowhere, um, which I don't understand. I didn't understand when it happened. And we're well over these red and yellow lines here, which is our moving support and resistance. Really thought we were going to head this direction. We broke under our indicators, but we didn't. We started recovering. Today, I don't know why we've seen this big movement up here or at the beginning of the market. It looks like we had bounced off. I was just looking at the 30-minute. Now I'm back at the 1 minute. Looks like we bounced off this moving support resistance. And if you zoom out a little bit more to the 5 minute, we definitely have some room overall for consolidation. You can see closer consolidation here and here. I think it's too early to tell which direction this one's wanting to go. I still feel confident that if we lose this red and yellow here on the 1, we could see it again on the 5. And then ideally, if we break it on the 5, then we got this big drop here on the 30 that we're going to have. If we even zoom out further, then on the 1 hour, we see that even further away. So it looks like we got some room for consolidation here and here a little bit, 30-minute and 1 hour. So on the larger time frames, we got some room for consolidation. On the smaller time frames, it looks like we've got room that we could push and bounce a little bit. But I still feel overall we're right on that edge of getting that drop. I don't know if you're talking about that put that we're in the private group, but it ends next Friday, so a week from today. We've got time on it. We're definitely down on it. Am I overly concerned about it? No, not too much. But I mean that's the name of the game. We entered it at 23, and it's sitting at what, 12 now? Yeah. So I mean we're down $11 on it. I never recommend going big on swings, but that's kind of my take on AAL, American Airlines. I feel like we're right on that bubble to seeing more to the downside. So. All right. So here's what I wanted to talk to you earlier about on this Tesla. Let me update this. Move that over. Okay. We got in this put in this area for 82, PT at 98, and it ran to 162. Let me see if I get a little clearer here on the 5. So this is that morning push that we played. 162. Well, I would say morning drop. We're in a put, so puts up, stock down. So on that morning drop on Tesla that you can see here is what we played this. Even though that morning drop stopped us at around 332.22, if you are still in this trade, why you're not seeing a big drop now that we're well below that and actually flirting this 338.88 support level, and while our premium only made it back up to, why are you not giving me my crosshairs? 130. I don't know why my crosshairs are not working. 130. So this is what we talk about the theta on the time decay. So even though we were here, 162, when we were only at 32 and a half, 32.20. Now that we dropped to this 30.88, another point and a half, 2 points, and our hey, crosshairs are back. And while we only made it to 130 on this push back up on our premium, is due to that theta and being a 0 DTE. So every time we get into this chop or even this counter trend movement, so we want it to come down here where it's coming up, we get this. Anytime we get this chop and this opposite direction movement that we need, it really affects the premium. So to overcome that, when we start moving the right direction, we have to go even further. So even though this is a 2 point drop from where we were at, we're $30 less on our premium. So that's what we talk about with theta. Theta on 0 DTE really takes in effect. That American Airlines we were just looking at, we still got over a week on it. So theta doesn't affect it nowhere near what a 0 DTE does. That's one reason why trading ETF like IWM and SPY is even more risky than trading everything else, and why we alert them as a lottery in the private group, just because of that. You have to be more precise. You've got to be on your game. You get this sideways action, and then it just eats into that premium, costing you money. So that's what we talk about theta, that time decay, and especially on a 0 DTE. So hopefully that helps answer some stuff. It's kind of, hopefully that visual helps you out a little bit and gives you a better understanding. If not, let me know and I can explain it a little bit better. Sorry, I was chatting and reading something they were posting in the private group. All right, guys, probably going to start wrapping things up. Um, that was a nice end of day, well, end of stream on Spy. We had some good talks today, good chat. Still doing some cool stuff. I feel in the private group. That conversation we have going on right now is pretty interesting. Um, might be something we start implementing here. And that brings up a good point. With your trading, even though I've been trading a long time, you've always got to learn, you've always got to go grow, and you've always got to move. If you don't, you're gonna fall behind times. You've got to roll with the punches, roll with the market. So one of the members was bringing up something pretty cool in chat. So I'm trying to follow along, learn what he's saying, and if it and I'll probably play around with it. And if it's something that I see beneficial, I'll definitely start putting it in my arsenal of stuff. So anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm gonna probably jump off, grab some lunch here soon, and got some work to do in the back end. As you noticed, if you're in the group, we had quite a few people join, so I've got to get those guys set up, moving, and got to get some stuff posted. I need to post a spreadsheet from last week because you guys let me forget. But no worries. Got to blame somebody, right? So probably going to jump off. Great week. Bobbled a little bit today. Gave some back on a couple trades, but all in all, great week. I will do the spreadsheet again this weekend for next week. This week for next week. And got a few one-on-ones lined up tonight. Very cool. So looking forward to that. Hopefully that helps out some guys. But yeah, if we can help, please let us know. Check out the website, SpartanDTGroup.com. My email, super easy. It's info@SpartanDTGroup.com. Like I said earlier, we offer a 7-day free trial on all of our subscription levels. Please make sure you check that out. No contracts, no obligations. Stay as long as you want. Not a hard sales guy. What else can I say? Please make sure you like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, make sure you follow. I promise I'm going to work on the bits and the subscriptions here on Twitch for you guys. I think we're up to 7 or 8 subscriptions here, so gotta get something cool for those guys. People keep gifting those, so that's awesome. Really appreciate the support, the feedback. You guys been awesome on stream this week. We've gained some members. Chat's been good, some good questions. I love it. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Trade safe if you trade this afternoon. Don't get caught up in the sideways action. There goes Tesla more to the downside. So we'll follow. Let me look at that Tesla real quick. See if we're pushing. Yep. Look at that. Bam. So we just hit over 100% on that one. So that's the second 100% trade today. If you guys are keeping score at home. So anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay sane. If I can help, and kind of piggyback off of what we talked about today, guys. If I can do anything for you, please let me know. I mean, even if you need somebody to talk to, chat with, if you're going through some tough times, I'm here. I really am. To me, it's about networking and giving back and helping others. And if I can help you, let me know. Like I said, even if it's somebody to chat with, if you're going through some hard times or whatever. So, not going to go back down that today. We'll save that for Monday. But just want to throw that out there. My email, or if you're in the group, shoot me a PM. I'm here for you guys. But thank you for everything and the continued support. And I'm hungry, going to go eat. So I appreciate it, guys. Have a great weekend. I will see everybody back Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Don't be late. All right. Bye, guys.